It is time for me to cut some clones off of this plant. This is Frosted Lemonade crossed with Fire Shit by Swank Genetics, collaboration with From the Stash. I've talked about this plant before, but I will put some information on the screen right now in case you missed that episode, so you can see what these genetics are all about. I didn't do any topping or training on this plant whatsoever. This is how it grew naturally. I really wanted to see how the natural structure would be. There is some decent side branching coming out here, so I'm pretty happy to see that. As far as the amount of clones I'm going to cut, I want to cut, I believe, 6 clones, but I want to get in here a little bit and see how many branches we have in here and determine which branches I'm going to keep versus which branches I am going to kind of cut off and use as clones. Now, I mentioned I didn't do any topping on this plant. Usually I do topping at about the 5th node, 4th or 5th node, and that allows these side branches to, of course, kind of grow up, and I can widen the plant and make it so there's several branches and there's an even canopy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually top this plant and use this top as one of the clones. And then I'll take some of these side branches, probably take some of these weaker side branches here, smaller ones I should say, and use those as clones versus these more developed, thicker ones. And at this point I could do some LST, low stress training, and be able to start shaping this plant to a good structure. As far as things I am going to need, I've got it right here. Gonna have trimmers to cut the clones. These are the AC Infinity trimmers. Shout out to them. They are a sponsor of the channel. They hook up my viewers with a discount code. Discount code MrGrowit15 works on both their website as well as Amazon. I've got the grounded rooting hormone. This is by Dr. Allison Justice. I actually have a partnership with her. I'm carrying this on my website right now. I do have limited stock, mrgrowit.com/shop. So I have a handful of these left over if anybody wants them. There's a QR code on the back here with instructions. Basically, there's 1 tablespoon of rooting hormone in here, dry powder, and you mix it with 1 liter of water. Now that makes a ton, and I'm not gonna need all that, so I'm gonna cut down that dosage quite a bit from 1 tablespoon down to 1/4 teaspoon. So instead of mixing 1 tablespoon with 1 liter of water, I'm gonna mix 1/4 teaspoon with 1 cup of water, which is just over 8 ounces. Taking 1 scoop out of here and doing these clones, that would give me 11 more scoops of this. So this packet here goes pretty far. I actually did the math, and you save way more money doing a packet like this versus buying a bottle of Clonex, for example. So anyways, I'll have the link to this in the description section below. Got about 8 ounces of water right here. I'm gonna put it into this solo cup. Then I'm gonna take my 1/4 teaspoon scoop of the rooting hormone. It looks like right here. It's like a red powder. The red coloration is an additive for safety and just to make it so people don't assume it's just water. I also have a cup of water to place the clones in right after cutting. When I do dip in the rooting hormone, directions say to do a 3-second dip. So getting right in here, like I mentioned, I'm gonna keep some of these larger branches here on the side, and we'll focus on some of these smaller branches that are down below. So actually first, let's go ahead and top the plant. I'm gonna find the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right about here would be a good topping in my opinion. So we've got this one right here. This will be our first clone that's cut, and kind of just cleaning up. And I'll leave the rest of this and work on it a little bit more. All right, so some of these lower branches, like this one, isn't really gonna go that far. So we'll use this. And as far as length, some people do about 6 inches, some people actually go down to about 4 inches. I am just gonna kind of cut it right here at this node. Some people will do an angled cut, some people will cut right across. For this one, I'll just do an angled cut. Let it sit in there. All right, let's keep going. This one right here. Cut this off. So the camera died, I had to switch cameras. The audio might be a little bit different, sorry about that. Let's pick up where we left off. I cut 4 clones so far. I've got 2 more to go. I'm gonna go with this one right here. This is right below a bigger branch. So let's cut this one out. And then the last one I'm gonna cut is, I've decided it to be right here because I didn't want to cut anything from this side, which is a little bit bare. I'm I'm gonna try to bend this down and have branches really from all sides. So this branch is the best one in my opinion to cut off right now, because there's still some branches on this side. So I'll be able to fill in the side even when removing this branch. So we've got all 6 clones cut and we're ready to move on to the next step, which is putting it into an aeroponic cloner. Okay, so in my grow room, I have this propagation tent and I have the Clone King here. This is a 20 site aeroponic cloner. I don't need all 20 sites, of course, I only cut 6 clones, but I can put just 6 clones in here and keep the rest of them empty. For lighting, I had the AC Infinity ion beam lights. Don't really need much light at all when it comes to clones. I did put my par meter in this area and it ranged really from 150 to 250 ppfd, which is fine for clones. They don't need much light at all. Some may argue that they could use less light than that, 100 ppfd, or even a little bit lower. Now the light I have set on 418.6. Sometimes I run 24.0, so just keeping the lights on continuously for 24 hours. And with this aeroponic cloning machine, it strikes roots pretty fast. On average, it's really 5 to 6 days, sometimes 7 days, before roots start to appear. So pretty quick. If you've seen me clone in the past, you may have seen me just go directly into the medium. I used to do that all the time, just directly into a soil. Usually I put soil into a 16-ounce cup and then just stick the clone straight into it, and that usually takes about 14 days in order to root and when you can visibly start to see new growth happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. Let's pull this out here and kind of see down here a little bit. You can see the bottom net pots here, and then you can see the pump and sprayers. So I'm gonna fill this up with the amount of water it needs, and then we'll be able to put the clones in. I put 2 gallons of water in there, and there is a little line that you can kind of feel. It's pretty much the fill line. So 2 gallons of water will get it exactly to that fill line. Now I'm ready to place the clones into the aeroponic cloner. So we'll just take one at a time. Now some people are just gonna take this and they're gonna put it straight into the aeroponic cloner. They'll put the collar on just like this, put it right in the center. It'll stick down about this much, and then they just drop it right in the aeroponic cloner. Some people, what they'll do instead is they will cut off some of the leaves. So I do want to cut this stem down just a little bit. Cut it at an angle here. And then some people, what they'll do is they'll clip off the tips of the leaves here. Just a old school technique that a lot of people do. I'll do it for just demonstration purposes. So that one's done. Put it in the collar and put it into the aeroponic cloner. Ready for the next one. And I'll space them out a little bit. Some people, what they'll do is they'll cut straight, but they'll slice upward like this. So there's a split in it. Some people swear by that, so we'll do it for this one. Now some folks are actually gonna remove these leaves as well. I'll do it for this one, but this is deemed as really an optional thing. The stem is so big, it's gonna be hard to get through the actual net pot. Okay, that one's in there. Just down a little bit. We'll just angle this one and we'll place it in here. Okay, so all 6 clones have been successfully placed in the aeroponic cloner. You can see now the aeroponic cloner is on and the sprayers are active, as you can see, as water shoots out of the system here. And yeah, now we just play the waiting game. I'd love to know in the comment section below, how do you do cloning? Let me know. Also, if you want to see how these clones turned out, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.